Hello everyone, welcome back to Learning with Dogs. My name's Kristen, this is Fern, this is Ringo, and today we're going through part 3 of introducing your puppy to the new dog at home. This is going to be on the first introduction off leash for both dogs. So we've done the first introduction where we had an overly boisterous dog and we had them tethered. We did the second introduction video, which was showing a dog that's a little bit more excitable, but still very much under control. And so that dog was on leash while the puppy was off leash. This time we're going to have both dogs off leash. Either your dogs have already met, or again, you are very, very confident that the dogs are going to be safe and the older dog won't fight or be overly aggressive to your puppy. So when we do this, I like to be in a very sterile type environment. Sterile meaning not a lot of extra stuff to get in the way or distract the dogs from our goal here, which is play and relax intertwined. So these two know each other, and it's not the most opportune time for me to be doing the play video because both of them want to nap. But we're going to just kind of work through the motions so I can reinforce for you how you will do this introduction at home. So when they're off leash, again, we're in a kind of sterile environment. I need to know the older dog very, very well to know if I'm going to have toys in that environment. Some dogs are great playing until a resource comes out. So if your dog is a potential resource guarder, we want to put toys away at the beginning. So as they prove to you and you feel that confidence with your dog, you can start to introduce all those kind of resources and those fun things, because that's what dogs need to be kind of part of their natural selves. So we will evaluate our dogs. These dogs I know are incredibly friendly, incredibly dog social, and very well balanced in all aspects of their temperament, including resource guarding. So I'm not concerned if I bring out a fun toy and encourage them to play with it. Maybe even they do a little tug of war. They're going to have a lot of fun with each other. And that again is rated on my previous experience with the older dog. We have to assume the puppy doesn't know anything about greeting another dog. So that's a new experience for them, and we need to help coach them and build them confidence through the process. So if both dogs are off leash, I definitely like to remain standing at all times. I do not want to sit down in the process because I could get stuck in the middle of either them having a bigger conversation or an argument. So that could be very dangerous. So we have little Ringo here. He is ready to play. I personally don't put collars very often on our French Bulldogs, especially the puppies. And I don't really like a harness on a puppy. And knowing this Fern's play style, I don't like the harness to be on because she tends to grab the harness and drag them around by it. And especially with a puppy, that can be a little bit intimidating. So I chose to have Ringo just kind of naked here, and Fern will have a collar on. So if I decide, oh my gosh, this was a terrible mistake, I can get my treats out, get her into the sit, clip her back onto the leash. Hey buddy, Ringo. Clip her back onto the leash and then get her back under control with a very quick process. So I have my leash with me. It's not going to be on her, but it is with me. So I like to just I do what I call prime the dog a little bit. We like to just remind them that I'm willing to pay for this lesson. So even if it's an older dog that we haven't really been using treats with, let's go, Fern, let's go. I will bring out my treats, give her a few treats for just sitting and looking at me. Watch me. The older dogs love going back to some of these baby lessons. It just is kind of like, yeah, I'm doing that, and I get a treat for it. So go back to that, do a quick little primer with your older dog, get them to relax, remember their manners and that they do know how to sit. So you can ask her to stand again, Fern, or let's go. Good girl, let's go. Get her up and then Fern, sit. Good. She knows it's coming, so she's doing her scoop butt instead of standing. So what I'm going to do first is just let my older dog off leash, let them move up. The puppy is either hanging out like Ringo is in his crate, or the puppy is like maybe over in their X pen or being held by someone else while we prepare this. If I do choose to have a toy, it's not going to be a food toy. It's going to be something like a soft toy. I have one over here that's a really great one for playing tug of war. So they can grab onto it. It's got some flowy parts. They can chase it. There's lots of fun that can happen. So this is the type of toy, not like a stuffed Kong or anything like that. Fern, here girl, can you sit? Good girl. So if I can have enough control of my dog to get her into the sit. Ringo, hey buddy, you ready to meet Fern? Okay, buddy, okay, good boy. So I'm encouraging them to kind of interact and play, and I have my treats ready just in case we need it. Fern, over here girl. And try to keep them on camera, so I'm gonna keep calling them over towards me, but in your environment, you can let them just roam around and play. Good boy, Ringo. What's this? What's this? So if your dog's friendly like this, she's more interested in the toy and me than she is the puppy, which is the common thing. If you have a well-balanced dog, your older dog is going to be like, oh my gosh, a puppy, and then they're like, okay, cool, we'll play later. Or if the puppy really wants to play, then more play might happen. But this is really the basics of getting your puppy to learn to play with your older dog, and your older dog to learn to play gently with your puppy. If your puppy is feeling worried at all, they have their retreat spot. So they can either go into the crate or under the table or under the chair. And that helps them just feel like they have a safe spot to get away from the boisterous older dog. But we want to reinforce this calm. It's not all about partying all the time. So if you want dogs that just party all the time, you don't need to go through all these motions. But in this house, we need to have quiet times, and then maybe when we go outside, or if we are in the middle of a fun game, everybody can be boisterous in the house, but that's with invitation. Outside, we can play and be as crazy as we want, but in the house, we're having nice quiet play like this anyway. So it's a great time to reinforce that with your dog, helping them be a safe and quiet member of your family while they're meeting the new member of your family with your dog-to-dog greetings. So it's not really a big scary event, and if it is a big scary event or you're afraid of it becoming a big scary event, then you need help from somebody professional to do that successfully so that you and or your dogs don't get hurt. So find someone through a certified behaviorist is my recommendation to be able to help you with that safely. So have fun with your dogs. Now you have more than one, or maybe more than two, or many more than that. But it's gonna be a fun time for you and your new puppy. And we always want this to be a safe experience. If you are one of those people that has many dogs at home, I would do this one dog at a time. Start with your calmest and work your way up to your most boisterous. And gradually introduce your dog one at a time to everyone, and then start pairing off until eventually your puppy is integrated in the whole pack. So have fun with your puppies. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Learning with Dogs.